Hello and welcome to the new Mindscape. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the power of symbols. How we use stories, narratives, myths that use symbols to connect the elements of the world, creating our mindscape and transforming the world. The great sociologist Robert Bellah defines a symbol as follows. He says, "It's always possible that an object, a person, or an event in the world of daily life may have a meaning in another reality that transcends the world of working, the world of daily life. And if so, we call it a symbol." Mythology is the best example of symbolic understanding, and we can see this very well in films. Each film is full of symbols and follows a mythological structure. One of the defining aspects of being a human being is the fact that we can use language and symbols. I talked earlier about our power of imagining. We imagine other worlds and we create other worlds through our imagination. The key instruments of our imagination are symbols. We're capable of imagining without symbols, but with symbols we can put many objects of consciousness together to create an entirely imaginary world. This is a faculty which seems to be unique to human beings. Language, symbols, and the capacity of imagination are indeed distinctive human characteristics. During the biological evolution of the human species, from the earliest hominids to the modern Homo sapiens, humans acquired new capacities and elements of culture, such as walking on 2 feet, tool making, language, and symbolic thinking and communication. Evidence of burying the dead, as well as cave art, are signs of the most unique aspect of human culture, which is using symbols to imagine an afterlife and other realms of reality. Only humans are known to use symbols. Symbols enable the imagination by using the object of consciousness of what is visible or perceptible in the material world. So, for example, fire. You use that physical thing, the imagination or the representation of that physical thing, to imagine invisible realities, such as divine power expressed through symbols of fire. Ritual and mythology combine these elements at a high level of intensity, using dense symbols and narratives within cosmologies that extend the immediate experience of the world to invisible realms and connections. Ritual and mythology are also central to the formation of social units, the construction of individual and group identities, and the working out of tensions and dilemmas. If culture is what distinguishes humans from animals, and if culture is distinguished or characterized by the use of symbols, then religion, which is the most highly symbolic form of culture, is one of the most unique and distinguishing features of human beings. I mean, other animal species might have what you could call an economy, a system by which collective material needs are provided for. So you could think of ant colonies or the sexual division of labor that exists in many animal species. So not only humans have an economy, many animals also have an economy. And many animal species have a political system, like they have a dominance hierarchy. Many animal species even have crude tools, such as chimpanzees using twigs to catch termites. So humans and animal species, they have an economy, they have political systems, they have tools, even primitive technology, but I don't think any has anything resembling symbolic systems or religion. So what is a symbol? So, first of all, a symbol is a stable image or word that we can affix to objects of consciousness. Various visions and feelings constantly come and go as objects of consciousness in our minds, but by linking them to specific words or images, we stabilize them. So I feel a certain heat within my body, for example, and I see certain colors and movements with my eyes. So I associate these perceptions with the sound fire, or a certain pictogram in Chinese, right, for huo. So if I was in Chinese, the sound huo and the pictogram, the image, the Chinese character of huo. Now, so then my specific perceptions, this feeling of in my body, of heat in my body, the redness, the red movement that I see. So now these specific perceptions have been attached through the word fire to a general concept, to many other things that we've also, many other perceptions or memories that we've also attached to that same sound, to that same word. So this links my current perceptions to all past and future instances of the word fire, to past memories of the word fire, and also to many other things that actually are not at all immediately identical. So, on the one hand, the word fire is a conventionally accepted sound or sign for that combustion of something burning that we call fire. But it's also associated with, in a symbolic way, to notions such as light, warmth, even truth, the fire of truth, the fire of love, hell, the fire of hell, and so on. And so a symbol is a sign, the meaning of which is extended to something other than what it immediately refers to. So think of, in Chinese cosmology, fire is associated with heat, with the heart, with daytime, with summer, with yang, with masculinity, with south, and so on. And then when you think of the word fire, it evokes, in Chinese cosmology, it makes you think of its symbolic opposite, which is water, and which in Chinese cosmology is associated with cold, with the kidney, with nighttime, with winter, with yin, with femininity, with north, and so on. So through chains of associations and opposites, symbols connect the thing we perceive with other things in our mindscape. This process creates an entire symbolic system that is the basis of a mental operating system, creating an entire world full of meanings. What's critical to the production of meaning is not that words or symbols are assigned to the things that we perceive, but rather the connections and associations between symbols. So a word in and of itself is simply an arbitrary sound. What's the connection between the sound table and the object that it refers to? Well, there's actually no connection whatsoever in most cases for most words. What the word table does is it connects what we see with a whole range of other ideas. The idea that if it's a table, well, that means it's not a chair, but that there are probably chairs nearby. It also associates the thing with the notion that, well, this thing is probably used for eating, for writing, or for working, and not for sitting on or for standing on, and so on. So one symbol evokes a whole range of associated ideas, and it's the associations between the symbols that connect everything in a deep and powerful way. This is how symbols shape our mindscape, how they shape how we relate to the world, and how they shape how we create the world.